Rob Corbett. Boy, Rob, feels a little unusual, and the prosecutor streamlining the case, the judge, and I don't have it verbatim, so I'm not going to tell you verbatim, but basically said, you need to think about streamlining your case. He has withheld judgment on the motion to get rid of all the charges. I'm not too surprised. Often as a judge, I would want to sleep on it, think about it, look at the evidence, look at the charges. So that he hasn't yet ruled on. But what do you think of the fact that this prosecution is saying we're going to streamline the charges?
Yes, so the prosecution is framing it as that they are simplifying their case so that the jury instructions can be more easily digestible. But I definitely see it as sort of a quote, end quote, win for the defense, and that some of these predicate acts are going to be dismissed, namely the arson, attempted kidnapping, the aiding and abetting, and the prosecution has realized that their evidence on those matters are scarce. Now, it makes me think in terms of, did they not know this ahead of time? So sometimes when the prosecution is willing to dismiss certain things prior to closings, it usually is a result of the evidence not coming out exactly as they thought it would when they were first prepping their case. So I think in terms of they're trying to simplify their presentation or what they're going to argue, but it's definitely, I would couch it as a win for the defense that those predicate acts are going away. Some of those predicate acts are going away.
I agree with you. And I also think it's a win for the defense that the judge has not yet ruled on the request, the motion to get rid of all the charges. So we don't know what the judge might do in that regard. I also think one thing is the charge conference was supposed to be at 12 p.m. Eastern time. Then it was kicked to 2 p.m. Eastern time and then 3 p.m. Eastern time. Is that unusual or not in your experience? But then number two, this is the exact reason, a win for the defense. I think it's the exact reason Kelly Craft described the change in demeanor, right? And Sean Diddy Combs blowing kisses to people in the courtroom, pounding his chest outside of the courtroom. I think that's because he smells a victory in some regard.
Yeah, I can definitely see why he's a little more buoyant, so to speak, because he's seeing this as that this is something that is going the defense's way. And in answer to the question, when I have seen it when charge conferences are getting pushed back, that is usually, or it has been the result of, there has been communication between all parties in terms of the court, prosecution, and the defense. The court has, or someone has questions about some of the instructions. Emails are going back and forth about, is this the language that should be used? Is this the language that should be used? And then when the court has perhaps a working document of what the instructions may be, then we all come together and then sort of like do that final closing, that charge conference to make sure we're on the same page. So for it to be delayed, it's making me think there are still things that were going back and forth that one party or both has some questions about.
Charge conferences are no joke. People may think, oh, that's easy. Just tell the jury what they have to do. You can bicker over one word for a very long time because you do need it to read in a way that you're comfortable that the jury's getting an accurate description of what they have to decide. So it's a lot of work. I think people forget that. All right, stand by.